Hi everyone, I'm Miss Julius. So today we're gonna talk about English final exam. So before we start, we're gonna introduce ourselves. So first, my name is Vincentius Benedictus Mj.
My name is Laurentia Ratna Prabandari.
And my name is Graceilla Maureen.
So in this video, we're gonna separate 4 parts that we're gonna explain. Part 1, we're gonna explain about the interview general question. In part 2, we're gonna explain about describe photo. Part 3, it's about discussion. And the last part is part 4, it's about general conversation.
Part 1 is general question.
So Maureen, what useful skill have you learned in your life?
So one of the skills that I have is creative and problem solving. And if there's a problem, I can usually solve the problem with unique and creative things. For example, I once accidentally crossed out the wall of my room, and then to beautiful the gravity, I drew something there, and then the result became better after drawing. My room became more unique and precisely with that creative things, and my parents didn't agree, but she proud of me because the result very good.
Oh,
It's very cool.
So Lauren, have you ever spoken to a large group of people? Please explain to us if you have experience.
Alright. Yes, I have spoken to a large group of people when I was in high school. As you can see in this photo, I served as the master ceremonies for various school events, including Christmas event, class meeting event, and Cartoonist Day. My roles involves welcoming the audience, introducing speakers or performers, and managing transitions. This experience enhanced my communication, organizational skill, teaching me to think my feet and engage diverse audience. Positive feedback from organizer and the audience reinforced my confidence in public speaking. Overall, it was rewarding experience that contributed to my personal growth. So, Maureen, do you know the route from UMN to Alun-Alun Bogor? Consider the time, cost, and environmental impact.
Okay, to go to Bogor from UMN, we can start from using public transportation such as Gojek to Cisauk station. Then after transit from Cisauk, heading to Tanah Abang station. Then from Tanah Abang station, we can go to Bogor using the train, greatly saving transportation cost and time. The cost from Cisauk station to Bogor only reached 9,000 rupiah.
Whoa, so
And
cheap.
when you arrive in Bogor, to get to Alun-Alun Bogor, you can use angkot as transportation to Alun-Alun to save our costs. And then after arriving at Alun-Alun, we can rent an electric bicycle to surround Alun-Alun. And using public transportation can save expenses and also have a good impact on environment than using private vehicle, which can cause increased pollution.
Alright.
Okay, Lauren. Do you know the solution when people often feel stressed at work and become unproductive?
Yes, I know, of course.
Okay.
Here are 3 solutions to help people deal with stress at work and become more productive. First, identify and manage stressors. You can keep a journal to identify which situation create the most stress, develop mechanism to manage them. Second, workload management. Evaluate and adjust workloads to ensure they are reasonable and achievable. Encourage realistic goal setting and prioritize tasks to prevent overwhelming workload. And the last, you can create a pre-work ritual. You can create a routine that helps you start your day on a positive note, such as meditation, exercise, or listening to music. This can help reduce stress to increase the productivity. Okay, Ben, how would you reduce the pollution in Jakarta?
Okay. As we know, pollution in Jakarta mostly is because of the large number of cars and motorbikes in Jakarta. And it's happened because almost everyone that work in Jakarta use their own vehicles. Therefore, what I can do is tell workers in Jakarta who use motorized vehicles every day to switch to public transportation such as trains, busways, or taxis. Because as we know, public transportation in Jakarta is cheap and it spreads across many locations. So, there is no reason for people to be lazy about using public transportation. But actually, sometimes public transportation in Jakarta is not enough to accommodate the number of users. Therefore, the Jakarta government must increase the existing public transportation fleet. And my second suggestion is that the work from home system can be implemented again. Even though it's not the pandemic era anymore, however, in fact, this had a big impact on the number of motorized vehicles passing through Jakarta streets, so that the pollution will be more or less.
So, Ben, can you explain your food diet and why you have chosen it? And please explain it.
Okay, so first I want to show you guys, this is my picture before I diet. My weight is 86 kilograms and this is me now at 75 kilograms. And I will explain to you my diet program. So the diet program that I am running is called intermittent fasting.
Okay.
There is a time limit for me to eat, namely starting to break the fast at 10 a.m. and the time limit for eating dinner is 6 p.m. After 6 p.m. I cannot eat anything until 10 a.m. again. And of course, I also choose the food I will eat. Usually, I eat foods that are low in fat, low in carbohydrates, and are also low in sugar. I also change snack chips to fruits, and I also exercise at least 3 times in a week. So that's all diet program that I ran for approximately 1 year, and success in making me lose 15 kilograms.
Part 2 is describe photos. In the first photo, you can see that there are 4 students who are happy to have finished their studies. Completing college is not an easy thing, right?
Yes.
But they managed to go through all the difficult stage until graduation. And running college is certainly a hard thing, but when it's passed with friends, everything will feel easy, right?
Yes.
A moment that is not easily forgotten. They capture the moment together to become a photo that can store into their memories, and photos that can be shown and proud of on social media. How great they finished college.
Okay.
By looking the photo of the second photo, this photo up here is a poster of a movie named The World's End. Prepare to get annihilated. By looking at this photo, this movie poster features an engaging visual with prominent images of the main cast, including Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Paddy Considine, Martin Freeman, and Eddie Marsan. It's written, directed by Edgar Wright, known for his work on Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. With a color of combination of blue, red, yellow, and gold, the poster likely captures the essence of the film's unique blend of the comedy and science fiction. Under the title, it looks like there are a lot of people gathered around with shiny blue eyes. That's it.
Okay guys, next in this photo, you can see a mother and child standing next to a blue wall that has been painted with a picture of a tuna fish. There the mother seen explaining to her child the meaning of the picture. The mother is seen wearing a purple jacket and chip on her head, while the child is wearing yellow clothes and pink pants. In the painting, 2 workers can be seen standing off top of fish, a giant tuna fish, while removing the entrails of the small tuna fish into a bucket. It can be seen that the work they do is to make processed food from tuna meat. And from this photo, we can also see the expression of the mother, who is very enthusiastic about explaining the meaning of the picture to her child. And also the expression of her child, who look uncomfortable. Look her face. That's it for this photo. Next is part 3, discussion.
You know, I've been thinking about commuting lately. Why do you think people choose to walk to work?
Well, for one, it's got to be those lucky folks who works just around the corner from home. No commuting stress, just strolling around.
True, but not everyone is that fortunate. Some people choose for the bus it's cost effective. And you can catch up on reading or emails during the ride.
Oh,
But what about the train? It seems to have its perks too.
definitely. Trains are fast, especially for those who work in the city. Plus, they offer a bit more space to stretch out compared to buses.
And the view. I mean, there's a something about the rhythm of the tracks and watching the landscape change.
Oh,
Well, I prefer the freedom of driving. You get to set your schedule, play your music, and have your own space.
yes, you're true. But the traffic can be a nightmare.
That's why I carpool, sharing the ride with others not only cuts down on costs but also helps the environment. Plus, it's a change to socialize.
Environmental conscious? Huh?
Absolutely. We've got to think about the planet too, right?
Fair point, but what about those who just love to solitary drive?
That's where podcasts come in. You get to choose what you want to hear, and it feels like you're multitasking.
True, but it's not the same as chatting with your friend on the train.
Well, everyone has their own reasons, whether it's convenience, comfort, or company. The way we commute says a lot about our priority.
Yes, and our tolerance for traffic.
Next is part 4, general conversation.
Guys, if you could pick any holiday destination for the future, where would it be?
Obviously, Swiss, no doubt. The mountains, the lakes, and the whole vibes, I've always wanted to experience it.
You're right. This is beautiful, but
Yes.
I'm dreaming of India. Why? Because the reach of culture, the colors, and of course the food. It's on my bucket list.
Oh wow, okay.
Interesting choices. I've been
Yes.
looking at Thailand.
Why?
The beaches, the temples, and
Okay.
the vibrant street life. It just seems like the perfect blend of relaxation and adventure.
Okay. Thailand, huh? What's taking you there?
Well, I've heard the beaches are like paradise,
Oh.
and I'm a sucker for tropical destination. Plus, the food, I can resist Thai cuisine.
Good call you on the food. But have you thought about India, Lauren? The spices, the diversity, it's a sensory overload the best way.
India sounds amazing, Maureen. But isn't it a bit overwhelming with the crowds and all?
Yes,
True, it can be, but that's also part of the charm. The energy is unmatched.
match.
I get that. Speaking of crowds, we seem more serene. Have you been there before, Ben?
No, not yet. But I've seen pictures, read about Swiss, and it just resonates with me. I imagine hiking in the Alps and taking those breathtaking views.
Hiking, really?
Yes.
I'm more of a beach person myself.
Yes, you are. Well, Swiss beaches might be a bit chilly for your taste. And what about Thailand, Lauren? Tell me about it.
The beaches, like I say, and the cultural experience. I've heard the temples are incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. The temples are stunning, right? But India has its share of incredible architecture too. The Taj Mahal, you know it? For instance.
The Taj Mahal, that's on my list too. It's a symbol of love, right?
Exactly. The story behind is quite romantic.
Well, we've got our work cut out for us. 3 different corners of the world to explore.
Yes, Swiss, India, and Thailand. To the future adventures, wherever they may be.
So that's all our video. Thank you so much for watching, and we are so sorry if there are some mistakes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
True Love Girl.